The recent interest rate hike has put a spoke in the spending wheel of many consumers. People are downscaling to make sure that their bills can be paid. For some, it was as simple as moving to a smaller apartment, while others offload their cars for something cheaper. The bad news is that those in the know all agree that tough times still lie ahead.
Basically, his whole grant almost goes for rent, and there's like a few hundred left for food and things, and that's not nearly enough for the month.
Angelique Pike and her family have had a difficult year already. She lost her job last year and had to move to a smaller flat. She is hoping the tide will turn, but her job hunting remains unsuccessful. And then she had to make a tougher decision still, affecting those closest to her.
I couldn't afford my flat anymore, so I lost my flat. In the end, me and my husband had to decide as well, my 2 children, because it was just my money I'm getting and my husband's SASSA grant. So in the end of the day, we decided to take our children to a place of safety and things. And we lost everything. We ended up having to live by family, and then again moving from there to another place because it's only his SASSA grant. We can't afford any place. Not even to talk about where the food comes in and all that type of things.
Sure.
Yeah, it's been, we lost, in 1 year we lost everything. My work, my food, my flat and my kids.
The cash crunch is hitting more and more people.
It's really tough times that we are in. I've had to cut down on groceries because I just couldn't afford splurging anymore. And now that I am buying less, it's not enough to last us for the month. I've had to also take my kids to cheaper schools.
The housing market will continue to feel the heat as the interest rate is predicted to continue with an upward trend.
So now that it's sitting at 9.75, the pressure on homeowners is a lot more immense with less disposable income. And I really foresee a big change in the property industry and market over the next year to year and a half, because people have overspent because the interest rates were too low, and with inflation as high as what it is now, it's putting them under massive pressure. So I foresee in the next year and a half, a lot more people needing to sell. But the problem is as well, people are not going to be able to afford to buy because their affordability is going down and they've got less disposable income. So I believe there's going to be a change in the industry over the next year and a half. And it's definitely going to favor buyers as opposed to sellers from the last year and a half.
The only way to survive this amount is to cut down on debt. People shouldn't open any new debt now because opening a debt is quite expensive. They're going to cut down on debt. That's the first thing. Make sure that you avoid any unnecessary expenditure if you can. I think at this time, if you have extra cash, please save it, because you'll take advantage of the high interest rate, then you get higher returns, right? So the expenditure side, you need to cut down all unnecessary expenses. Mainly, if you can settle your debt and fight debt this time, fight every debt you can so you are debt free.
People are also warned to steer clear of so-called easy money making schemes as a means to escape their debt. Lerato Fekisi, SABC News, Gqeberha.